What I want to say is I feel a little different based on the
Okay.
example that was set in the word. Because you
Okay.
got to remember, right before Judas betrayed Jesus, he called all of them his friend.
Mm.
Sometimes a friend, you
I
say
know
they
where you're
take you in
going.
a
Let's go.
positive direction, but if Jesus called him his friend, he already knew what he was going to do. Sometimes friends
Come
get you to
on.
that, they get you said they take you in a positive direction, but
Hmm.
you also got to realize that was a positive
It
direction
was a
for
positive
him to
direction.
betray him and get him to the cross for us. So sometimes, I mean, in the end, he took himself out because he felt bad because he knew Jesus was his friend and he liked Jesus. He didn't know that the enemy was using him to fulfill it.
Okay, so because I was gonna say, let's go right there, sis. Let's plug right there.
Okay.
If Jesus called Judas his friend, and he knew what was on Judas, he knew that he would betray him.
Mm-hmm.
He knew. But what I believe he also hoped for, because listen, this is one thing about the Father that we serve. He always gives us a choice and a will,
Mm-hmm.
right? Even though it was part of the plan, let's look at it from Jesus's standpoint. Jesus knew he was no good, and he still chose to love him. He still chose to walk with him. He still chose to let him keep the money. He still chose to come on to the revival, man. We're going over here to Galilee. Come on over here to Galilee, man. It's cool. He knew. Sometimes, come on. Sometimes we have people that are connected to us that ain't all the way together. Their character isn't all the way together. But Judas could not have had a remorseful or repentive heart had he not been around Jesus. I believe the only reason that he felt that way after he did what he did was because he had been sitting with the master. He
Yeah.
had been sitting with someone that had it on the inside of him. And I'm telling you something. I don't care if you're raggedy. I don't care if you're toe up. When you sit next to somebody that got that thing, they got the Holy Ghost in them, that sister, that brother that has Jesus in them for real, you can't listen. Though the weapon may form,
Mm.
it will not
Yes.
prosper.
It
The
will not.
weapon formed, but it didn't prosper.